Happy New Year's, folks, probably. I've been tasked with reviewing Dehancer, which is a film emulation plugin that I guess it's up there with competitors such as Filmbox and competes with Davinci Resolve's internal color grading film emulation plugin. My experience is varied. I do a lot of audio work, but I also run a production agency in my city. Everything from short films to commercial work to, I guess, just like music videos, anything really cinematography wise we handle. I have a history using Filmbox, which is one of Dehancer's sort of competitors, alongside Davinci Resolve's own film emulation software. And I was extraordinarily impressed with how in-depth Dehancer actually ends up being when you start tinkering under the hood. Dehancer does a really good job at like actually emulating the entire photochemical process of film, from the initial development processes to the print. You can pretty much do anything that you would desire to do. I was very impressed as a Filmbox user with Dehancer and how much it actually offers under the hood. In this video, I want to go through all of the footage that I've specifically graded using Dehancer, and I want to explain how I edited each shot, what you can do to achieve similar looks, and what goes on under the hood. If you are somebody who believes that there is a specific look that Dehancer imparts in your footage, I hope and I endeavor in this video to kind of prove you wrong, in that it's actually a very viable tool for many creatives, especially people who are kind of sucked into the rabbit hole of just buying LUTs. It kind of provides a very linear, step-by-step method to achieving a beautiful look, a filmic look, genuinely. And it has a very like broad source of film stock to choose from. So if you're like coming from film and then you're, working in digital and you want to emulate something that you have come to appreciate quite a bit, you can do that in Dehancer. I feel like a lot of people on Instagram kind of hide what they do to make their footage look good, and I'd be willing to kind of gamble that a lot of the beautiful shots that you see are graded in a way similar to how I'll demonstrate here in Dehancer. My intention with this video is that you end up leaving it kind of with enough information to go and grade on your own from log and achieve sort of a look similar to how I have. I won't hold anything back in my explanations here. If you're looking for like a magic button to make your footage look a lot more kind of like alive and natural, this is Dehancer in 2026. Okay, Davinci Resolve. I've already cut together a video that I'm going to play in full in this video here. If you're interested in just looking at what a conversion kind of process looks like and some log footage and to the conversion of Dehancer, you can just click in the description below. I have timestamps and they'll also be in the playhead. But this section of the video is dedicated to explaining how to achieve a look. So to use Dehancer, so you kind of have to go over to the color page. You cannot escape the color page, as scary as it might look. If you have any experience with color grading, this will come pretty naturally, but if you don't, it's also not too challenging. This is the node tree that they suggest natively. You do your noise reduction, white balance, contrast, mask, CST, then Dehancer. CST being color space transform. If you're working with log, you're going to want to convert it to something that we can interpret here, Rec 709, or that the software interprets, and then Dehancer. For the sake of working in Dehancer, you can almost avoid every single section here, except for maybe the noise reduction section and some of the sharpen tools, but for the most part, you don't gotta worry. So to open Dehancer up, you have to apply it as an effect. I already have it open here. This is what it looked like before. This is what it looked like after. The way that Dehancer works is it expects relatively clean footage, so you kind of want to do that beforehand. It has a section here to allow you to adjust that, and then you got your film stocks where you can change your film stocks around. See, this is what it looks like without one. This is what it looks like with. That's a very strong part of Dehancer. There's a humongous variety of different film stock you can choose from. Film Developer allows you to push that further. So here's what it looked like before I added the film contrast and color stuff, and then here's what it looked like after. So that's very, very, very dramatic. In compression here, you have the opportunity to kind of mess around a bit with white point. In a way, this is sort of a contrasty type of area as well, and expand even more so. You can change your black and white point here, which has a 100% impact on contrast. It's like very, very much interesting way to kind of think about contrast and utilize contrast. So that's what that does there. I'm just going to turn that off. Print. So when you shoot on film, what you shoot on imparts a look. Print, what you print on, also imparts a look. So you have the opportunity here to choose different prints, and that also kind of impacts the end result. What you do before your print impacts your print, so on and so forth. Since this is like film, if I was to put like a mask here for the sake of example, and I was to crank the saturation up or the exposure up, Dehancer would interpret that as a genuinely like bright object. And then things like halation and bloom, which kind of amplify light, as you can see along the clouds there when I click that on, the clouds kind of turn nice and like huey, and then bloom is sort of the same, but it's white. So it expects a relatively neutral and decent source. So you got your halation settings here, you got your bloom settings, you got your color head, which you can think of as your primaries pretty much. Film grain, there's a ton of options here with film grain. Film damage, if I turn that on and just press play, you'll see right away there's like sparks and hair and scratches everywhere. That happens on real film, so they added that in, right? And it's very natural. It doesn't feel like crazy, it doesn't feel too overwhelming. And then film breath, I think film breath is beautiful. It adds, you can't really see it here because it's such a crazy non-static shot, but it adds like an analog vibe to your shot. Gate weave, I never use gate weave, but that's up to you. Mess around, see what you like. And then you have your overscan. So this is like those Instagram kind of vibey filters that a lot of people use. As far as I'm aware, you can turn off a lot of the stuff in the case of this if you don't want just the film kind of punch outs in the side, and that already looks pretty dope. You know, shrink that down, you can make that a vertical video and nobody will argue about it being horizontal anymore. So you have a lot of options here. Then you got vignette. That's pretty much everything inside of Dehancer. I just want to do a quick rundown, nothing too crazy. Every single one of these clips was graded kind of just only with Dehancer. I didn't do any color corrections anywhere else. So yeah, next up in the video I'm going to kind of just show examples of these clips. I'll show you some log, I'll show you some Rec 709, and then I will show you Dehancer. With your Dehancer subscription, you also get access to Apple or Android application that pretty much has all the exact same tools for primarily just, I guess, photo editing. And so this is kind of like a walkthrough of how to utilize the app. It has all the exact same settings that we covered earlier in the video, just right on your phone. For me, the app's good. I think it needs some optimization, but other than that, I think it's pretty good. To conclude, I would say that it's absolutely a worthwhile plugin if you're interested in achieving a film look. A lot of the footage in this video comes from my short film, or it comes from other content that I've edited with other film emulation softwares. So it's my art on the line. Realistically, you can watch my short film. I'll link it in the description below, and you can compare the shots to what I've done on Dehancer, and you can just choose for yourself. So down below are my film box shots. In this video, you're seeing my Dehancer shots personally, and it's my content, and I don't have to be positive in this review. I actually like what I did in Dehancer like substantially more, which is weird because I was one of the consumers who was making the decision of which to purchase, and I chose chose Filmbox initially. But now I wish I could go back in time and inject some of these shots into my short film. But I guess I can do that in the future. So you will see Dehancer in my content going forward. My agency will continue to use it. If you're looking for just like a really reliable film emulation software that also gives you a iPhone app to edit your RAWs in, probably I would 100% recommend Dehancer. It's also cheaper than a lot of alternatives. And you're not going to get caught in like the endless trap, which is like people selling you LUTs where you don't actually know what you're doing. This is a really easy introduction to film emulation as well as color grading as a whole, which I think it's not like a marketed thing. If you're scared of color grading, it's like the sickest entrance to color grading that you could get, because it's not like overly cooked in that you're not being bombarded with trillions of things. It even makes it like kind of challenging to open up some of the more complicated drop the menus, like as you've seen in this video. But if you know what you're doing, dude, it's like you could probably edit a feature film on Dehancer. So if you guys have any questions, just make sure you leave them in the comment section below. If you're interested in buying Dehancer, you can use my code, which is just Brendan, BRENDEN, all caps, for 10% off. I also get some commission for it, so it helps me keep my channel running, which is sick. I swear that I will never put a product on my channel that I don't believe in and put it in a positive light just for the sake of sponsorship. So that's my video on Dehancer. Again, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, because these videos take me a lot of work, dude. They take me a ton of work. So if they're informative or useful to you, just like leave a comment. And yeah, thank you so much. I will see you on the next piece of content that I make, which I don't know what that will be.